What's up, you guys? It's PokeGirl7 here, and in today's video, I am finally choosing my favorite Pokemon of all time. So people always ask me what my favorite Pokemon is, and of course, if you've been here for a long time, you know that my favorite ultimately is Gengar. But I don't necessarily know off the top of my head my favorite Pokemon from each generation and of each type. So I found the perfect Pokemon sorter that's gonna help me choose once and for all my favorite Pokemon from each region and my favorite of each type. This sorter even includes special forms like Gigantamax and Mega forms, so I'm really excited to finally have just a visual of all my favorite Pokemon because I've never really thought of it in this big of a scale before. Okay, so let's get started. Alright, so as you can see, it's very detailed. It's also really pretty seeing all these colors together like that. Apparently we can make the Pokemon shiny as well, so I have to consider the shiny forms for each Pokemon, and I'm a big shiny hunter, so I really got to consider that. A lot of Pokemon are kind of boring in their regular forms, but when they're shiny, it's just game over. I love shiny Pokemon. Favorite Kanto normal type. I feel like the obvious answer for a lot of, I don't know, maybe this isn't that obvious, but you guys probably know which one is my favorite. I want you to guess, put it in the comments, and then I'll give you like 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's Eevee. I feel like every girl I know just loves Eevee. I don't know, maybe that's not the obvious one. I mean, Snorlax is pretty good if you want like a defensive team. Ditto is really cool because obviously it can transform into all these different Pokemon. Farfetch'd is actually really good for a flying type. I like using that in some of my playthroughs, but overall, Eevee just has my heart. It can evolve into so many different Pokemon. Of course, in Kanto, it's only the 3 evolutions at first, so it's not as cool if you're just playing a Kanto game. But later on, Eevee becomes such a good Pokemon to have because there's so much variety. Favorite Kanto fire type. Listen, I'm gonna sound like such a normie, and I've said over the years that this Pokemon is overhyped, but listen, it's popular for a reason. Charizard, hello! I've gone through entire playthroughs of Kanto with just my Charmander evolved up to Charizard. Like, I have beat the entire game many times, especially as a kid, with just this one Pokemon. It can get the job done, and it's overall just a really cool design. I think Pokemon made really good designs in Gen 1 that I think it's a big part of why the brand got so popular. Look how freaking awesome Charizard looks. Like, not even statistically or any of that stuff, just the looks. Amazing. Water type. This is interesting. Off the top of my head, I would say Lapras, but I might save Lapras for the ice type, but I don't know if Jinx might beat Lapras. I don't know. Maybe I should pick it here. Ooh, but Gyarados is the one that I thought of. I loved the story as a kid of this tiny little fish, Magikarp, evolving into something so big and powerful. And in Gen 2, with the Lake of Rage Red Gyarados, I really fell in love with Gyarados. But that's a whole different thing. But should we tap it to make it shiny? It says click the shiny charm, and then click Gyarados. Oh! That is so cool! That is amazing. That's definitely one of those Pokemon that is just light years better in its shiny form. The Kanto grass type. This might be another normie answer. I do like Victory Bell. I think it has good stats. I used it a lot in Pokemon Go back in the day when I was battling gyms and all of that. Exeggutor is alright. I like that it's a Psychic type too, but it's gonna be between Bulbasaur and Venusaur. I don't really care for Ivysaur. Bulbasaur is cuter, but Venusaur is a really good Pokemon actually to have in your playthrough, and it's just beautiful. You can't beat a giant flower on the top of your head. Electric type! Okay, there's not as many electric as I thought. I guess out of 150 Pokemon there's not that many, but Pikachu, that'd be too easy. Raichu, I never thought it was that cool of an evolution, honestly. Same thing with Magneton. I thought it was so unoriginal and weird that they just like, oh, you take one Pokemon and it turns into 3. I guess this was like the OG version of that. But they started doing that a lot throughout the years, so meh. I don't really care for the Pokeballs. Honestly, I'm gonna have to go with Zapdos. I know that's obvious because it's a legendary, but I just have so many memories back in the day of when I first caught Zapdos, and I had like a Zapdos card as well, and I loved that thing. I've always thought it just had such a cool design with like the spiky wings. It looks great. Ice Pokemon. Ooh, okay, I have used Cloyster in a lot of playthroughs, but I think that maybe in Pokemon Crystal. But either way, Jinx is really cool. I do like Jinx. Articuno's great, but we have to pick Lapras. Hello. And I am gonna pick the shiny Lapras because I think purple Lapras Oh, it's just the perfect Pokemon. I don't know. There's something so like feminine about Lapras. I love Lapras. Kanto fighting type. I really don't know. I think Hitmonlee and Hitmonchan are a cool concept with the way that they got their names from real fighters. I guess Machamp. It's a really strong Pokemon, and out of all of those, that's the one I would choose to have on my team. But I was never much of a fighting person. Poison. Okay, we know my boy Gengar is on here, but I'm gonna save Gengar for the ghost one because the only ghosts in this generation are the 3 ghosts that are all from the same family. So I'm gonna pick something more along the lines that's like primarily poison. So honestly, I don't use poison types that much. But I think muck is a cool concept. It's just this gross blob of like toxic waste. I have no idea. I always just thought it was a cool Pokemon. Ground type. I feel like every ground type in Kanto is also a rock type. Almost. It's almost like that. My personal favorite, I always had a weird thing with using Onix. Maybe it's like easy to get in the game. I can't quite remember, but I just know I've played with Onix a lot in my playthroughs. I never really did the Nido King and Nido Queens for some reason. I don't know why. They're both really cool. But overall, I feel like the one that I've used the most in my playthroughs is probably Golem. I think Rhydon has a cool design, but I think Golem is like my overall favorite rock type from this gen, just because I've used it so much and it actually has pretty good stats. Flying type. We can't choose Charizard. I'll try not to use 2 of the same Pokemon. Same with Gyarados. Definitely not the legendaries. And no, for Dragon we have to do Dragonite, so we can't do that. Farfetch'd, yes. When you have really good flying type moves like Air Slash, it actually is a really good Pokemon. I think Air Slash has a higher chance of being a critical hit or something like that. And I feel like every time I've used Farfetch'd in a game, I just like fly through it with so much ease. And I just think it's cute how it's holding the leek. It's kind of adorable. Even though a lot of people will cook their duck with leek and then they eat it like that, so it's kind of morbid in a way, but oh well. Sidekick. Ooh, I feel like the obvious answer would be Mewtwo or Mew. I do really like Mr. Mime though, but I like him later on when he becomes a fairy, not just Psychic. That's in Gen 6, I think, when Fairy became a thing. I feel like I always really liked Alakazam because of the 2 spoons, how he's like a spoon bender. That's just cool to me. Bug type, you know, when I think of bug types in Kanto, I think of Butterfree. So I'm just gonna go ahead and pick it without even thinking about it because I think of like Bye Bye Butterfree, the episode, and ooh, is Pink Butterfree on here? It's such a crime that Butterfree's shiny isn't pink. It has the pink feet, but it's not pink like from the anime episode. But I do like it shiny anyways. I remember getting this shiny in Let's Go Eevee and I loved it and I used it a lot in my playthrough. Rock type. Ooh, I should have considered this actually when I picked Golem. Ooh, but Aerodactyl. That's been a classic favorite since I was a kid. I always thought its design was so cool. It kind of should be like a dragon type, but not really. I guess it's like a pterodactyl, like a dinosaur. It's not really a dragon. Ghost type. Easy answer. Gengar. Actually, I really do like Haunter. I think Haunter's design is kind of cooler. I almost would say Haunter is my all-time favorite Pokemon, but it's just like, you want the final evolution, first of all. And second of all, something's endearing about Gengar's smile. It just has this big, evil smile. It's like mischievous, but I love it. I do like Haunter's shiny with the blue tongue. I hate Gengar shiny, but all the love prevails for Gengar for me. Dragon type, most definitely Dragonite. I used to like Dragonair a lot. I used to consider it one of my favorite Pokemon ever, but Dragonite, you can't pass up how just like OP that one is. Dark types did not exist in Kanto yet, so is that the missing no glitch? There's 2 different glitches. I can't remember which is which. That's so funny. They put like the weird ghost and I can't remember. What are the skeletons from? I actually don't even remember. But I'm gonna pick the little ghost that shows up in the Tower of Terror in Lavender Town. I always thought that was really cool. Steel types. Wait, did we have Steel type in this gen? When did Steel type become a thing? Did it exist in Gen 1? And then, either way, these Pokemon are Steel types now. I feel like they used to be only electric. I'm gonna have to fact check that, but we're gonna do Magneton, even though I'm not really a fan of that Pokemon. That's all we got. Fairy. Oh, okay, so these became Fairy in Gen 6, but they're not Fairy in the original games. I know that's so confusing. Okay, but it's definitely Clefairy. It has fairy in the name. It's cute. It's pink. I like the moon origins of this Pokemon. Oh, I'm sorry. It's Clefable. I like Clefable more just because it's statistically better, but Clefairy is really cute. I'm kind of not really a Jigglypuff fan. I'm sorry. I don't know what it is. It's cute in the anime, but never really cared for it. My favorite starter. Is Eevee considered a starter? I guess so. That's hard. I feel like for this one I'm gonna pick one of the unevolved ones just because that really is the starter. You know, honestly, I've used Charmander the most in my life, but these days I'm more of a Bulbasaur person. I did use Eevee and Let's Go Eevee, obviously. Was it a starter in Pokemon Yellow as well? I think so. But I think Bulbasaur is my all-time favorite, at least for Kanto. Here we go, my favorite gimmick form. So this is all the Mega and like G-Max Pokemon. My favorite is most definitely G-Max Gengar. Of course, Gengar is my favorite, and anything that has to do with that I just love. But it's just really cool. I love just like the giant open mouth. It's just, it's adorable. Didn't even have to think about that one. Next up we have Kanto Legendary. I feel like I really gotta choose Mewtwo for obvious reasons. My number one favorite out of all the ones I chose today, ooh, you would think I would choose G-Max Gengar, but I gotta go with like the OG Gengar. It'll always be the one that's perfect to me, even though actually Mega Gengar is really cool. Forgot to mention that. Its shiny is really nice, but I think Gengar will always be my actual favorite. I'm actually going to change that G-Max Gengar to a shiny. Oh, that's way cooler. That really makes up for original Gengar not having a good shiny. Alright, I'm going to start speeding through these a little bit quicker because I feel like Gen 1 took me way too long. So I'm not going to give a talking point for every single Pokemon that I choose. Normal type in the Johto region. Definitely Blissey. I feel like you guys aren't going to be surprised by a lot of my choices. Of course, I picked the cute one. Favorite fire type? You know, I always was a really big fan of Entei because I had a Pokemon card I really cherished of that one as a kid. Ho-Oh is gorgeous. Typhlosion is actually really good, but we gotta do Ho-Oh. And let's make it shiny. It has a gold shiny, which is always cool. Johto water Pokemon. I have a really big, like, soft spot in my heart for Totodile because it was my first ever Pokemon ever in life, because I played Pokemon Crystal before I ever played any other Pokemon game, and that was my starter, and it was named Toto, which is so original. And Toto the Feraligatr made it through the championship, and I think that may have been the only Pokemon I used. Like, I didn't used to use teams of Pokemon as a kid. I think that was like the only one I used in the whole playthrough. I do like Suicune a lot because it's like the poster child of Crystal, and I think Corsola is really cool. Corsola is great too. But I think Feraligatr is definitely my favorite. Johto grass type. I don't really care for the grass types in this gen, so I'm gonna pick Celebi. Johto electric type. Definitely Raikou, no question. Ice type. Sneasel. Definitely Sneasel. I think Delibird is really cute with the whole present gimmick, and it's like the Santa Claus Pokemon, but I just have a thing for Sneasel, especially its shiny. It's a pink shiny. It reminds me of like raspberry lemonade with the pink and yellow. It's so pretty. If you remember my incident with a shiny Sneasel, please comment down below. My Twitch viewers know the incident. Fighting type. You know, I always thought Hitmontop was really cool, but Heracross really has it for me. I think maybe because of Pokemon Go and you have to go to a certain region to catch Heracross. I have fond memories of catching that at like Disney World and stuff, and we're gonna make it shiny because look how beautiful. It's a pink shiny, y'all. You can't beat that. Poison type, definitely Crobat. I always thought like the X pattern was so cool. Ground type, I might save Steelix for the steel type and use something else. Honestly, ground type, these all kind of suck. Maybe Mamoswine? Wait, I don't think its name is Mamoswine. I think it's Piloswine. Man, I don't really like any of these. I'm gonna have to choose Wooper just because it's cute. Flying type, not gonna choose Crobat again. Murkrow is really cool because it's like a witch. I might save Lugia for like Psychic type or something. Or no, it's not Psychic, is it? Yeah, it's Psychic. I'm gonna pick Murkrow just because the witch's broom tail. I love it. Psychic type. Oh, there's a lot of unknowns. I do think the story of Unknown was really fun to play through, but overall my favorite Psychic is probably Lugia. That's just like one of my top Pokemon in general. Bug type. We picked Heracross already. Scizor is always really cool. Scizor. Yeah, definitely. Rock Pokemon. Pff, is this even a question? Tyranitar. One of the best ever. Ghost Pokemon. Oh, there's only one ghost. This is before Misdreavus even evolved. Maybe that's why I don't really like Johto as much as like Hoenn. I think Hoenn is great because there's so many ghost types. Johto only had one ghost type? That's crazy. Dragon type. There's only one dragon? I never thought of this. Oh, that's so tragic. Let's at least make it shiny because it's shiny as purple, I think. Yeah, that's a lot better. Oh my gosh. I can't believe they only had one dragon. Dark type. Man. A lot of the Pokemon I chose are also dark type. Oh, Umbreon though. That is like one of the classics. That's the one that really made the dark types a thing. I feel like this is the dark type poster child. It has a cool shiny too, but oh well. Steel type, most definitely Steelix. It has made me want to punch a wall many times when I'm battling against it because it has such a high defense and it's so hard to take down, and like a lot of moves aren't very effective against Steel. It is annoying, but when you have it on your team, it's great. Fairy types. Ooh, I love Snubbull. I'm not a big fan of Granbull. Oh, Togepi and Togetic are in Gen 2. I forgot. I'm gonna pick Togepi. Absolutely amazing, adorable, one of the cutest Pokemon ever. Starter Pokemon. Most definitely Totodile. We're gonna do Unevolved again. Gimmick form. Oh, I never really... You know, I don't have that much Mega experience, honestly. I never really did a lot of that in Gen 6. I'd say Mega Tyranitar looks the coolest. Favorite legendary? Ooh, it's between Ho-Oh and Lugia. I do think Celebi is really cute, but Ho-Oh and Lugia are just like so iconic for Pokemon Crystal. The three beasts, dogs, whatever you want to call them, are great too, but Lugia has my heart. My favorite Johto Pokemon ever? You know, looking at this, I realize I don't really like that many Johto Pokemon. Like, most of them are kind of boring to me. I would say overall my absolute favorite is Lugia. It just looks the coolest. It's strong. I love it in the anime. I always wondered why they didn't make it a water type because in the anime it's like swimming in the ocean, but whatever. And now it's time for Gen 3, my favorite generation of Pokemon ever. I love so many Pokemon from this one. So my favorite normal type. I do like Slacking a lot. Spinda though. Spinda has my heart just because there's like a 1 in 8 billion or something chance of getting 2 Spindas with the same spot, which I think is so cool, like the same spot pattern. And I just love its animation of how it's like ditzy and looks like it's drunk or something. I don't think the Pokemon moved yet in Gen 3, but later on Spinda got a really cool animation and I love it. Favorite fire type? Definitely Blaziken, no question. Water type? Probably Kyogre just off the top of my head. Looking at these, I like Sharpedo a lot. Oh, it's Milotic. I have to pick Milotic. As a kid, I thought Milotic was so beautiful, like astonishingly beautiful. So I have to pick that. Favorite grass type? I feel like this one had a lot of really cool grass types. I think Cacturne is really cool. Sceptile itself is great. Ludicolo is fun. All of these are really cool, but I'm gonna say Cacturne is my favorite. Electric type. I thought Plusle and Minun were so fun when I was younger. I'm gonna pick Plusle. Ice type. So this is before Frostlass was a thing, so I'm not really gonna pick Snorunt or its evolution. I don't really care for these that much, but oh, I don't like any of the Reggies. Castform is kind of cute, but I guess Phil is like the cutest one. That's like all I got. I don't really like the ice ones in this generation. Fighting type. Oh my gosh, I forgot about Medicham. Blaziken is really cool as a fighting type, but I chose it already. I'm gonna choose Medicham. Poison type. Definitely Roselia. I love the roses, obviously. Ground type. Groudon by far. I don't even have to look at the other ones. I thought the legendaries from this game were like the best trio of all time. Flying type. We're gonna save Rayquaza for the dragon one. Actually, let's choose Salamence for flying, and then we're gonna choose Rayquaza for dragon. I know they're both dragons, but they're both amazing. Psychic. Ooh. Ooh, they even have this form, the shadow form, I think, of Lugia. I always thought the Latios and Latios were really cool. Deoxys is great. Gardevoir, though. She's considered a fairy, though, right? I'll pick her in fairy, I think. Man, they had a lot of really cool psychics in this. I'm gonna pick Latios though. It's one of the roaming legendaries and it's really fun to come across, and I like it because it's a girl. Bug. I don't really care for the bugs in this generation. I think the concept of Shedinja is really cool though. Ninjask, Shedinja, like it sheds basically and it has like no HP, but you get how does it work again? I can't even remember, but I always thought it was really cool. Rock Pokemon. All of these kind of suck. I guess I hate Nosepass. Probably my least favorite Pokemon ever. I think Aggron is cool though. Favorite ghost type. I love the ghosts in this generation. They are so fun. I like Sableye because it's crystals. Bayonet. It has to be Bayonet because that evil smile. It kind of has the same smile as Gengar, which I love. I love the idea of just like a thrown away doll that haunts people because it was treated bad. It's supposed to be like a marionette doll or something like that. It's so cool. I love when a Pokemon has some good lore behind it. Dragon type. Definitely. I do like Altaria a lot. But of course we're going to pick Rayquaza. There's no question. Like I said, one of the best legendary trios in any Pokemon game ever, in the way that in Emerald, Rayquaza like comes down and breaks up Kyogre and Groudon. It's like the ultimate like god Pokemon. I love that. Dark type. Ooh, definitely Absol. I always thought that was just such a cool, like mysterious, kind of emo Pokemon. Gorgeous design though. One of the best designs ever. Steel type. I always forget that Jirachi's a steel type. Oh, Metagross, 100%. And let's go make it shiny because its shiny is so cool with like the golden X on it. Oh, that's so much cooler. Dude, while we're at it, let's make Rayquaza shiny. Oh, that looks so good. Fairy, 100% Gardevoir. Starter. This is interesting. I think Mudkip is kind of like the cutest starter. Of all three of them, unevolved, Trico kind of has my heart. I always thought it was adorable, and something's like kind of quirky about it. Gimmick form, oh man, this has a lot of really good ones. Mega Absol is really cool. It has like the extra emo hair. I don't really care for the primal forms of the legendaries. Oh, I think Sableye might be my favorite with its giant crystal. I always thought that was cool. Favorite legend, this one had great legends all around, but my number one is Rayquaza. And favorite Pokemon from this generation, oh, this is probably going to be Rayquaza. It's the Pokemon Emerald poster child, and it's an obvious answer. The runner-up would probably be Gardevoir or maybe Sableye or something. I don't know. That's so hard. But we're going to have to pick Rayquaza. Gen 4, the Sinnoh region. So first we have a normal type. Not Licky Licky. Absolutely not. Never ever. I didn't know that Regigigas was normal type. I don't remember how that works. I think Arceus like can change types depending on what plate you give it or whatever. Let's pick Baneri. She's adorable. Seen a lot of weird fan art of Baneri. So, fire type. Honestly, I don't really like these that much. I never really used Infernape. Magmortar looks funny. Heatran's kind of boring. Am I gonna have to pick Rotom? No, let's pick Monferno. Or Infernape, my bad. Water type. Ooh. Palkia's really cool. Will I choose it as my dragon though? I don't. Actually, no. I wouldn't use it as my dragon. I do really like Umbreon, but it's not overall my favorite. It has a lot of resistances, which is really cool to have with a starter, but nah. I'm gonna pick Palkia. Grass type. I really do like Roserade, but I'm gonna say Torterra. I love the concept of a world turtle. I love how it looks like it has like this bonsai on its back that could be like its own little planet. That's so cool. Electric. Oh, definitely Luxray. I get a Shinx every single playthrough of Sinnoh. I name it Nala. I wait till I get a female one, by the way. I name it Nala, and then I love it once it evolves to Luxray. It is just one of the best Pokemon ever. Ice type. You'd think it would be Weavile because of Sneasel, but it's Frostlass. I love Frostlass. Wait, what are the ghosts in this generation? I gotta think of that. Oh, I definitely gotta pick her for the ice one because there's better ghosts later on. Fighting type. Ooh, it's between Lucario and Gallade. Gallade is like really OP. It's kind of a glass cannon though, I believe. I don't think it can like stay alive that long. Lucario is steel type and it lasts longer in battle because of that. So I'm definitely gonna pick Lucario. Poison? Oh, Roserade's a poison type. Yay! Definitely gonna pick that then. Sorry I didn't pick you before, girl. Hope you understand. Ground type. Mamoswine is really cool. I like it better as an ice though. Garchomp. Why did I even question that? It's so weird that Garchomp isn't a flying type because it says in its Pokedex entry that it flies faster than a jet plane, but it's not even a flying type. That is so crazy. Favorite flying type? Probably Drifblim. I know I'm not gonna choose it in the ghost section. Oh, Togekiss though. Togekiss is a really good one. It's tanky. It's so good. And it turns into a fairy type in Gen 6. But I gotta pick Drifblim. I just love the concept of like the haunted balloon that like children grab its string and it like pulls them away to their deaths. Like it's so morbid, but I love it. Psychic type. Ooh, Ooh, I love the Lake Guardians. Cresselia is really pretty. I'm gonna pick one of the Lake Guardians. I think my favorite one is Mesprit. Mesprit was the one that was a roaming Pokemon, I believe, and it was a pain in the butt to catch. Bug type. Ooh, Yanmega's alright. Probably Vespiquen though. That's her name, right? Rock Pokemon. I really like, I think it's Rampardos. Not Probopass. Absolutely not. Rhyperior is really cool. Let's do Rampardos. Ghost type. This generation has so many good ghosts. Rotom is just such a cool concept. I love Frostlass. Obviously, Miss Magius is a witch. And they finally gave Misdreavus an evolution. Giratina. A ghost dragon is just perfect. I love the origin world and all of that where you get Giratina. It's such a menacing and cool Pokemon. I might use it in the dragon one though. Yeah, I'm gonna do Giratina. I kind of like its altered form better than its origin form, believe it or not. No, we gotta do the origin form, come on. So for Ghost, I'm gonna pick Spiritomb. I love the concept, the lore behind this Pokemon. I swear, I feel like Pokemon Go made me like Spiritomb more because they do the Spiritomb research quest, and that was always really fun. So overall, I just think it's a really brilliant looking Pokemon. Like such a cool design, and its animations later on look so cool. Dark type. Ooh, Spiritomb's also a dark type. I didn't realize that. But as a dark type, I think Darkrai has to be my favorite. It's literally like the dark Pokemon. Steel types. Ooh. That's hard. I almost want to pick Dialga. Just its regular form though. I feel like I've used that in a lot of my playthroughs. Pokemon Diamond is the one that I owned for the longest for the DS, so I have a lot of experience with Dialga. And it's the god of time, which I just find really cool. Fairy type, Togekiss. No competition. Starter, unevolved. It's between Turtwig and Piplup, but I'm gonna do the typical girl answer and do Piplup. Gimmick form. Ooh. You know? Lopunny is really cool. I think I called it Baniri earlier. Its name is Lopunny, right? But does that make it Gallade? Probably Gallade. I just think it looks the coolest. Favorite legend. Oh, there's so many good ones in this. If you're considering the mythicals too, I know they're pretty much the same thing. Oh, there's so many good ones. I didn't even mention Shaman. But I have to pick Giratina. Come on. Favorite Pokemon of the entire generation? Giratina. Wow, that one really took up a lot of spots there. Gen 5, the Unova region, the one that has the worst designs out of any Pokemon generation. I hate to say that, but I really don't think there's that many good designs overall in this one. Like, just look, when you're just looking at the normal types, that looks so boring and bland. I think Sawsbuck has a cool concept, how it changes with the seasons, but overall, these are all just really boring. Meloetta is really cute. I'm not gonna pick her for normal though, honestly. I think the cutest one would be the spring form Deerling, just because it's pink. That's literally the only reason. Fire type. Ooh. Oh, Chandelure, of course. But I really like Litwick, but maybe I should go with its evolution. Water type. Ooh, I don't like the, whatever this is called, Oshawott evolution. Samurott, I think. I don't like it. I think it's ugly. Man, all of these suck. I think Frillish is really cool how it's like part ghost type. Man, these are all bad. It might have to be Keldeo. I didn't know it was a water type. I'm not gonna front. So, actually, let's just do the pink Frillish. I feel like that's good enough. Grass type. I do like, oh my gosh. Servine? Is that its name? I do like that one. That was the one that I used in like my first Unova playthrough. Virizion is really cool actually. But let's do Serperior. Electric type! These all suck too. Zebstrika is pretty cool design, I guess. I'll give them that. It's one of the best ones of the region. Ice type. I really like Cubchoo just because it's cute. Kyurem is alright. I'd prefer it more as a dragon though, honestly. Vanillite is cute. People say it's unoriginal. That's actually one of the ones I like from this generation, surprisingly. But I think Cubchoo is really cute with its little snot drop. It's kind of gross actually, but it's cute. You can be gross when you're cute, okay? It's different. Fighting type. Okay, this generation had a lot of fighting types, and now looking at it, this is one of the best types when it comes to designs. Overall, I actually do like Timbur's evolution line. People say they don't. I think they're kind of cool. Throw and Sock, they're kind of weird. They're like the Bert and Ernie of Pokemon. But they're overall not that bad. I'm gonna pick Conkeldurr though, because I just think it's a cool concept. I mean, I guess it's kind of lazy in a way. I don't know. He goes from holding like the little piece of wood to he's a little stronger now. He's got a steel beam, and then at the end he's got the 2 pillars. It's kind of cool. Poison type. You know, I kind of like Garbodor. Garbodor. I like the concept of making a trash Pokemon. The rest of them suck anyway, so there we go. Ground type. Crocodile is really cool, actually. I like Gollet's evolution. Oh my god, I can't remember its name. I'm gonna pick Crocodile though. It's actually cool. I like that design. It looks sneaky with its like, it looks like a traditional robber mask or whatever. Like the Hamburglar is what it reminds me of. Flying type. Not too bad on the flying types. I like this one because it has a heart-shaped nose. Archeops is really cool. It's kind of like a dinosaur type of thing. Braviary is alright. It's like the American Pokemon, you know? I don't love these. Emolga's cute. I guess Archeops is probably the coolest. I'm gonna go to its shiny too. I think its shiny looks so cool. Any Pokemon that has a lot of different colors looks so good at shiny. Look at that. Like all the colors change. So cool. Psychic type. Ooh, Gothitelle. For sure, probably Gothitelle just because she's just amazing. She is a queen, my goth queen. I'm not even gonna think about it anymore, but that's her. And bug type. Man, these bug types are bad, except for Genesect. Volcarona is kind of weird, honestly. It reminds me of like something I can't really say, so I'm gonna say Genesect. That's actually a really awesome design. I don't think I ever had a Genesect in my original playthroughs of Unova. I think it was like an event Pokemon, right? Or something. I don't even think I've ever used that in a playthrough before. It has a really cool shiny. Look at this. It's like a red, and I think I have one in Pokemon Go. Oh yeah, that is so awesome. Rock types. Honestly, Gigalith is really cool. I don't like that you have to trade it to evolve it though, so I usually get stuck with a Boldore. Overall, I think Gigalith is really cool. Ghost types. Oh, we gotta pick Chandelure. It might actually win. I mean, I don't know. Yanmask's evolution is really cool. I forgot what it's called. Dude, I do not remember its name. So maybe I can't pick it because of that. But I picked Chandelure for fire, so this one's really cool. Cool design, a cool concept. It's got like the ancient Egypt tomb, like curse feel to it. That's cool. Dragons. Ooh, this one had some pretty good dragons, didn't it? I think Zekrom might be the coolest though. Reshiram, I like its typing, but listen. Druddigon is probably not my favorite dragon, but I do think it's a little bit underrated. It's not the best statistically, but its design is really nice. Its shiny is really cool too. Haxorus is great. Actually, Hydreigon's great too. These are really good. I'm actually gonna pick Haxorus and I'm gonna make it shiny. The shiny for this one is like a charcoal grayish black. So cool. Dark types. Honestly, Zoroark. That one's pretty cool. I didn't realize Hydreigon was a dark type too though. Ugh. But Zoroark wins. And look, it matches with Haxorus. That's cool. Steel type. Ooh, Genesect might win this one too because all of these other ones kind of blow. Yeah, Genesect. Fairy type. Oh, they didn't have anything for fairies, did they? Ew, both of these suck, but I guess I'm gonna choose Cottony or Whimsicott or whatever. Favorite starter, not Oshawott. I'm so sorry, but you can't hang with us. I don't even think Snivy is the cutest, even though I like its final evolution the most. I think Tepig is the cutest. Tepig, so cute. Gimmick form. Oh, I was gonna actually say earlier that like the G-Max Garbodor is actually really cool. It's one of my favorite G-Maxes in Pokemon Sword and Shield, so I like it. I love how it gets like random things thrown in it like it really is just a pile of trash. I love trash. Legend. Ooh, I mean the legends for this one are a little iffy. They're not my favorite. It's gonna be one of the dragons though, for sure. Probably Zekrom. Zekrom just looks kind of evil and dark. I like it. And my favorite Pokemon from this entire generation, probably Chandelure. I am just a Litwick stan. Like, I should start wearing my Litwick hat. I love Litwick, but its final evolution is obviously the coolest. Gen 6, the Kalos region. This one is okay to me. I see it as better than Unova, but it's not my favorite region of Pokemon by any means. A lot of the regions come before this one, so I'm just kind of like iffy on this one. It's not my favorite. My favorite normal type? I don't really like any of these. I guess Mega Lopunny, right? Oh, Mega Kangaskhan is actually really cool because it has the baby that finally comes out of its pouch. I guess we'll pick that. Fire type. Oh, my girl Del Fox. I use her in every single playthrough of Kalos, but Mega Charizard is really cool, both X and Y. But let's pick Del Fox. Favorite water type? Greninja's the first thing that hit my mind. Yeah, for sure Greninja. The tongue scarf? Are you kidding me? For grass types, unfortunately, I am not a Chestnut fan. Whatever their name is, I think it's Chestnut. I do not like this line of Pokemon. We absolutely 100% have to pick Trevenant. I always thought the idea of like a haunted tree was really cool. It kind of reminds me of the old like fantasy, like mythology lore of like talking trees. They're also in like Wizard of Oz. Like they're kind of scary in a way, like the trees being able to be alive like that. I don't know. I just think Trevenant is a really cool concept. Electric type. Oh my gosh, this is when we had all of like the costume Pikachu. I do like the rocker Pikachu and the cute Pikachu. They're not good enough for me to like say they're my favorite electric type. But all of these kind of suck. Mega Ampharos is cool. We might have to go with cute Pikachu. That's sad. Ice type. Ooh, I love Auroras, I think it goes from Aurora to Aurora. I might be completely, I'm probably wrong. I don't remember its name anymore, but I love it. It's just like an ice dinosaur. There's something so majestic about it. Or is it like Amara? I don't remember its name. Anyways, we have fighting types next. Didn't realize Mega Mewtwo was fighting, actually. That's weird. I don't want to pick Megas for this. Panguru is actually really cool, so we will do that. I think Pancham is really cute, and it evolves into something really tough and strong and awesome. Poison type. This is my excuse to pick Mega Gengar. I had to. It has to be on here at least once. Ground type. I don't want to pick Mega Garchomp. Mega Steelix is cool. I guess Mega Garchomp. I feel like I don't have good options there. Flying type. Oh, this is when Virizion came in. It's cool. I like how there's all these different patterns that you can collect. But my favorite is probably Noivern. Just kidding. We are demoting Noivern and we are putting Yveltal in its place. Okay, I love Yveltal, and let's make it shiny because its shiny is stunning. I always wanted to hunt that shiny and never got around to it, but it's beautiful. Psychic types. Ooh, we have Mega Gardevoir in this gen, but it might be Del Fox again. I am a Hoopa denier. Okay, no Hoopa. The Ale Hoopa ring. Shut up. No, we are not. No Hoopa. Mega Alakazam is really cool with all the spoons, but no thanks. Honestly, I'm gonna pick no Megas. I'm gonna pick Del Fox again. She wins the double spot. I think Malamar is kind of cool, but it's also kind of weird. Bug type. We don't really have any options, do we? I don't like the Megas that much. Something about them never excited me. I guess Mega Beedrill is kind of cool. I don't know. That one I feel like I would just leave it empty. Rock types. I do like the rock types in this one. Like I said, I like whatever that shall not be named because I don't remember its name. I like these Megas, but I forget this one's name, but it's cool because it's just like a classic T-Rex, so that's cool enough for me. Ghost type, yay! I love the ghosts in this generation. I feel like they did pretty good. Like I do like Honedge? Aegislash. I think it goes from Aegislash to Honedge or vice versa. I can't remember the name order. I always thought that was just a really cool concept. Dude. Phantump and Trevenant, like I said, adorable. Well, Phantump is adorable. Trevenant is just like kind of scary. Pumpkaboo is so cute. Its name is just absolutely adorable. I don't really like its evolution as much. Its name is cool. Gourgeist, like Poltergeist. I like that. Mega Bayonet is pretty sick though. It almost takes the spot, but my favorite ghost in the whole generation? Probably Trevenant. I think it won the grass and the ghost spot. Dragon type. Ooh, pretty decent dragons here. Oh, Goodra! Forgot about Goodra! I think it's purely dragon, so that's its first time showing up on here. Love that whole evolutionary family. Goomy is absolutely adorable. It would almost make it win, but I'm just a sucker for those final evolutions, obviously, because they're strong. Dark type. I didn't realize Greninja was dark. I just think of it as a water... I thought it was water fighting or something. It's a ninja and it's not a fighting type? Wait a minute. Why did I never process that information? That's really weird, but I guess we're gonna choose Greninja. Okay. Steel type. Oh, it's gotta be Aegislash. Which form though? It has the shield form and the sword form. The sword form is better because it does more like physical attack damage, I believe, so I'm gonna pick that. Fairy type. Oh, I love Flabebe and gorgeous Florges, I think is her name. I love them. I love Swirlix and Slurpuff. Oh, and Sylveon. Oh yeah, this is the generation where they invented fairies, so they went all out with this one. Oh my gosh, I forgot about the keys. What's its name again? It doesn't matter. I'm gonna have to go with Sylveon though. I feel like that's the obvious answer. She is the queen. She is the moment. She is mothering. She is the fairy icon, the fairy poster child. Favorite starter? Definitely Froakie. I know that I said I choose Finnegan all the time, but Froakie is the cutest. Favorite weird form? Oh, there's so many. This is when it came out, so it's like popping off. Of course it's Mega Gengar. Of course. I'm not even gonna sit around and pretend I'm really thinking about it. It's Gengar. Favorite legendary? Diancie is alright, I guess. It's still probably Yveltal though. I just think it just looks so cool. People call it like the bacon Pokemon. I like bacon. I think it's great. Favorite overall Kalos Gen 6 Pokemon? Oh no! I didn't think it'd be this hard. I'm exempting Mega Gengar from this. That just doesn't count to me. Okay. If I'm not choosing the Gengar, probably Sylveon now that I'm looking at it. Or Trevenant. It has to be Trevenant, right? It's Trevenant, 100%. That's the one that I would choose in any playthrough of any game if I can have it. Out of all of those, that's the one I would pick. Gen 7, the Alola region. First off, I just love these games because the atmosphere is so great. They're based in like a Hawaiian region basically. So I just really like this game. I feel like they had pretty cool designs in this one. This one is kind of the one that I started getting into in my adulthood after taking some time off from playing Pokemon for a few years. I think I'm like weirdly nostalgic about like 2016 and playing these games for the first time. Normal type. I didn't realize Beware was part normal type. I thought it was like dark and fighting or something. I don't remember. I guess it's normal and fighting, but that's definitely the one that I love. I love Stuffle because it has like the little tag on its butt, but Beware is just awesome and I love its name. Fire type. I don't really care for Litten's evolution. I think it's weird. Big muscle cat. Like what? Salazzle's really cool. She's very sassy. I like Salazzle, but definitely Alolan Marowak. I love the Alolan forms. I feel like that's one of the best forms they ever did for Pokemon. That one just looks so cool. Water types. I'm not going to include any Megas. I guess Piplup's final evolution. I forget its name now. I don't really care for any of the water types in this one. Grass type. Decidueye, 100%. Oh, wait. We have Serena. Shiinotic is actually really cool. Oh man, Lurantis. We have so many good ones. Alolan Executor with the long neck boy. Oh, that's so hard. Decidueye is still my favorite though. That's always the starter that I choose. Electric type. Oh, we have all the hat Pikachus of all the different regions. Forgot about that, but I'm not gonna use those. Chargebug is really cool. Alolan Raichu is great. I think it's the superior form of Raichu, so I'm gonna pick that. Psychic and Electric, you never see that combination of types together. My camera stopped recording, but these are the ones I chose. I don't really remember where I stopped. I did want to point out the shiny Sandygast though. I love that because some of the beaches in Hawaii have like volcanic sand that's black in color, so it actually fits in with the theme of the area. We picked Lunala for Psychic just because I love Lunala and Sigaleo both, but I love the concept of it being based on the moon and it's a ghost. It's so cool. And I like bats. Anyways, so those are the ones I chose. Let's choose our favorite ghost type. Decidueye is great. Oh, we are hands down picking Mimikyu. Probably in its disguised form though. When it has the broken neck, it's a little silly, goofy. It's kind of cute though, but disguised form Mimikyu has my heart. Dragon type. This one had some cool dragons. I think it's cool that Alolan Executor is dragon. And I didn't choose it for grass, so I think I'm gonna do that. Dark type. Ooh, I didn't really care for the Alolan versions of Raticate and Meowth and all of that. I think I'm gonna have to go with Guzzlord. It's actually pretty cool. It has a nice design. I actually think its regular colors look better than its shiny colors. Steel type. Ooh. Meltan and Melmetal are pretty cool. Is this the gen when they came out? Or no, that was Gen 8, wasn't it? I actually don't remember. I'm gonna have to pick Sigaleo, just its normal form. Fairy type. I would say Mimikyu, but I chose it already. The Tapus are really cool. I do like the Tapus. Probably Shiinotic though. I think that's overall my favorite one that I see as a fairy. Favorite starter? Definitely Rowlet. No question about it. Favorite gimmick form? Ooh. Alolan Marowak, 100%. Favorite legendary? Lunala. Why did I pretend I'm gonna think about it? I like its regular form. I don't really care for these other forms. The classic Lunala is my favorite. Favorite Pokemon of the whole generation? Oh, that's probably between Mimikyu and Lunala. Oh, this is so hard. I'm gonna have to pick Mimikyu though. That's the one that really sticks with me the most. When we started talking about Alola, that's the first Pokemon that popped in my head. Generation 8, the Galar region. So I'm actually playing through Pokemon Shield right now. I'm doing a certain challenge for myself that I'm gonna make a video into. It's been really fun so far. And I'm realizing playing through it that this is like kind of the best generation of Pokemon ever. Like better than I thought when I first played it. It has so many good Pokemon designs. Just the whole atmosphere of the entire everywhere you go just feels so immersive. I genuinely think it's one of the best games they've ever made. But anyways, my favorite normal type from this one. Oh man, that's really hard because we have the G-Maxes. But honestly, I'm gonna have to pick Wooloo. Wooloo just has my heart. The way it rolls around is so cute. Next up we have fire types. You know, Cinderace is actually really good. With its Pyro Ball move, it absolutely destroys. So yeah, definitely Cinderace. Water type, I do think Sobble's evolution is really cool. I like that it's like a spy or something. It has like the water snipe move. Dreadnought's cool. Its G-Max is nice. This one, Cramorant, is really silly, especially in the forms where it's like eating other Pokemon. I think G-Max Lapras is really cool, but I don't really like picking the G-Maxes for this. I'm gonna pick Inteleon. Grass type, most definitely Rillaboom. I do like the Apple Pokemon, all of the evolutions. I feel like it'd be weird not to pick Rillaboom though. I think it was such a cool original concept with the drum and everything. Great starters in this generation. Like this is one of the best generations for starters in my opinion. Like I could choose any of the three and I would really like them. Hence why they're my favorite of each of their types. Electric Pokemon, oh my gosh, definitely Toxtricity, I think. Toxtricity in our city. I'm gonna pick the blue form though. I think that one looks cooler. Ice type. Oh, Ice Cube is so cute. How it has like the cube and then you break it, kind of like Mimikyu's disguise. Love that. Yeah, I'm actually gonna pick Ice Cube. Fighting type. Oh my gosh. We have the Galarian Farfetch'd. We have Zamazenta and Zacian, which are the poster children. We have Sneasel. This is really hard. I think I'm gonna have to go with Zamazenta. Zamazenta for sure. I'm a Pokemon Shield girly. Poison type. So I'd hate to choose G-Max Gengar again. I feel like that would just be, I don't know. I honestly really like Galarian Weezing, and the fact that they made it part fairy type is really cool. Toxtricity is a really cool poison type as well, but I see it as more of an electric type. Eternatus is amazing. I think I'm gonna have to go with Eternatus because I actually just did my battle with this Pokemon last night and they did such a good job on like all of the animations and cinematic cutscenes and stuff when you're battling that Pokemon, and it gives me a lot of good memories whenever I see this Pokemon, so I think that makes it my favorite poison type. Now I want to change it. I think I'm going to change it to Galarian Weezing. Overall, that is just like the perfect look for a poison Pokemon. I love how it has like the chimneys with like the smoke coming out. It's really cool. Ground type. Oh, I kind of like Sandicobra. Flying type. Oh my gosh, I forgot about Corviknight. I think I'm going to pick regular Corviknight. I do like the Galarian birds a lot. Overall, oh man, G-Max Butterfree is beautiful. But like I said, Corviknight is really cool. It reminds me of like Edgar Allan Poe and the Raven sort of vibes. I love it. Sidekick type. Oh, absolutely Hatterene. This is probably my favorite Pokemon of this generation. Spoiler alert. Bug type? Centiskorch is pretty cool. Oh, Frosmoth. Why did I even? I like Snow a lot, but Frosmoth is a beautiful evolution. Rock type. Ooh, Dreadnought's really cool. Yeah, I think I am going to have to go with Dreadnought. I'm not picking G-Maxes. I don't know why. I try to avoid those. Favorite ghost type. This generation had some pretty cool ghost types. First off, we had Sinistea, which is an adorable teacup. I love Poltegeist as well. Super cute name. I really like Dreepy and all of its evolutions. I like having a ghost dragon, kind of like the reason I like Giratina so much. Cursula is really cool. It's a really cool take on a Galarian form of Corsola. The shadow horse thing, oh my god, I forgot its name, but I don't really like it when it evolves and it has the other Pokemon riding on its back. I kind of like it before then. Of course, G-Max Gengar is on here as well, but I think my overall favorite ghost Pokemon from this gen is Poltegeist. Dragon type. Woo, we got Appleton and all those those apple Pokemon. I think I might have to pick Dragapult though, because it has like the cool cannons that come out of its ears, and it's not my favorite ghost type, but it is my favorite dragon. Dark type. Oh, we finally got to my favorite Pokemon. There's two Pokemon that I'm gonna have to choose between as my favorite from this generation. That's Hatterene and Grimmsnarl. I love Grimmsnarl. I really love its Gmax because it reminds me of Aaron's Attack Titan from Attack on Titan. I love it. Love this Pokemon. Its shiny is amazing too. We're gonna switch it to shiny just because look at that. It is white with like a purple detail. It's so cool. So that's definitely my favorite dark type. I do really like Obstagoon. It's like the Gene Simmons, like rock star of this era. But we gotta go with my boy Grimmsnarl. And then we have steel type. I forgot Corviknight is part steel. I mean, obviously it's a knight. I really think Duraludon might be my favorite one. I really like its Skyscraper Gmax form. I think that's one of the coolest Gmaxes. When I think of Gmax, that's one of the first ones I think about. Fairy type. See, the thing is, Grimmsnarl and Hatterene are both fairy types, so this is going to be extremely hard. I do really like Milcery and its evolution. Oh my gosh, Alchemy, I think. Its freaking Gmax form is a giant cake, which is so cool. So awesome. Man, they got Galarian, Ponyta, and Rapidash. They got Weezing. Wait a minute, I didn't realize the dogs were fairy. That's really interesting. I'm gonna leave Hatterene and Grimmsnarl out of this because I think as an actual fairy type, Alchemy's Gmax form is the best. Favorite starter? Like I said, all three starters from this generation are so good and it's hard to really choose. Like any one that you choose is going to be great. I think based off of their appearances, like how cute they are or something, I would go with Sobble. Favorite gimmick form? This is so hard. There's so many good Gmax forms. I'm definitely going to pick a Gmax form instead of like a Galarian form. Gosh, the best one is probably between... I don't see Gengar on here for some reason. There is supposed to be a Gmax Gengar, right? Oh, I think it's just a Galarian Pokemon in specific? I don't know. But for me, it's between Gmax Grimmsnarl and Gmax Alchemy. And I think Alchemy takes the cake, literally, because it is a gorgeous, like, pastel birthday cake. So cool. And I'm actually going to see what the shiny looks like because I've never seen the shiny. Oh, that's sick. It goes from being pastel to, like, kind of goth looking. I love that. If anyone remembers, I did do a Masuda shiny hunt for Milcery a long time ago. And it took me, I think, like 2,300 eggs before I hatched that. And I don't think I've ever turned it into a Gmax form, so I'm going to try doing that at some point. Favorite legendary? Like I said, I really do like the horses, like the legendary horses, especially the ghost one. Overall, I don't really think about the legendaries much in this, like, other than Zacian, Zamazenta, and Eternatus. Those are the ones that I really like. Is the fighting one, was that considered mythical or something like that? The one that you get in, I think, the Isle of Armor, right? I can't remember. But overall, when I think of this game, I think of the Sword Pokemon and the Shield Pokemon, and my personal favorite of the two is Zamazenta, so we're going with that. And my all-time favorite of Generation 8, the Galar region. Ooh, this is so hard. I think it's gonna have to be Grimmsnarl, though. Especially Shiny Grimmsnarl. Hatterene is so close, she's almost the favorite, but something about Grimmsnarl is just special to me. Okay, this is the last generation before we get to our all-time favorite of each type. So, Gen 9. Honestly, I was not that impressed with this most recent generation of Pokemon. I don't know what it is, but there's not a whole lot of designs that stood out to me. This was more of like a Gen 5 for me when it comes to the designs of the Pokemon. I feel like a lot of the focus of the game went on making it open world and not so much about the story and what the Pokemon look like. I don't know, something just felt off. I felt like the focuses were different than something like Sword and Shield, for example. So this should be interesting. So my favorite normal type, dude, I barely remember these. Of course I remember the pig, it was like everywhere. I don't remember much of their names. Oh my gosh, I've only played through Scarlet once and that's it. So that might be why. Dunsparce finally got a new form or whatever, so that's cool. But gosh, all of these kind of suck. I remember using this one a lot in battle. Don't remember its name. This is gonna be bad. Fire types. Oh my gosh, I know none of their names. I really did like the new form of Tauros though. That was really cool. Man, I didn't really like the fire starter. I didn't like any of its evolutions. Like the sombrero is kind of cute, but other than that, we're gonna go with Tauros. Water type. I didn't like these starter evolutions either. Ew. I didn't like them. Wiglet is just really weird. I don't like the way that it and its evolution just like pop out of the ground randomly, it makes me feel gross for some reason. I don't really know if that's like some sort of phobia, but I hate it. Man, all of these kind of suck. The little dolphin was kind of cute, but all of these don't even look like Pokemon to me. And like, what? This is so bad. I'm gonna go with Quacklet or whatever its name is. I can't even remember. Grass type Pokemon. Okay, I did pick Spirigato as my starter Pokemon, and it was actually pretty good to have throughout my playthrough. Barely have any memory of these. I liked the weird tumbleweed thing. That was kind of a cool concept. I guess Spirigato's evolution, because I did like using that. Electric type. God, these are really bad. These are genuinely really bad designs. Dude, I feel like picking none of these. This Magneton is weird. Makuhita is weird. Tyranitar is kind of cool, actually. I did like the main Scarlet cover Pokemon. Dude, I gotta replay this game. I don't remember any of their names anymore. This is so sad. But I think I'm gonna pick that one. That was the whole reason I picked Scarlet. I just thought it was cool. I like purple. It was the vibe for me. Ice types. Oh. Do we have to? You know, this one was kind of cute. It had like a cool pink and white like theme to it. Fighting type. Yikes. Oh yeah, the new Tauros was fighting. Well, it can be fighting. I'm just gonna go with Tauros and just call it a day. Favorite poison type. I really liked the new Wooper form. I felt like it was really cute. It kind of looks like a goth Wooper or something like that. It's like gothified. Ground type. I might have to do Wooper again because I don't really like its evolution. These all suck, so I'm gonna do Wooper. Blind types. Wait, did Hydreigon get a new form or something? I don't remember seeing that, and I don't like any of these either. The Flamingo's kind of cute though. It's about time we got a Flamingo Pokemon, but I hate how it just generically looks like a Flamingo. Like they didn't really do anything with it. It's just literally a Flamingo. No Pokemon design was put into that at all. Psychic types. I don't think I used any of these in my playthrough. Wait a minute, did Jigglypuff get a form? Why do I not know? Like, I played through the game and I feel like I hardly saw any new Pokemon. I feel like most of the Pokemon I caught were things I knew already. Maybe I just didn't get the full experience or something. I completely beat the game. Like, there's no task for me to do in the game anymore, so I don't know what I missed out on. Looking at this, I have no other option than to choose the Jigglypuff just because it's cute. Bug type. All of these suck too. Volcarona's down here. I guess Volcarona? Rock type. I forgot this one's name, but I actually thought it was a pretty cool concept. It kind of reminds me of like a, is it supposed to be like a salt cube situation or something like that? I thought that one was cool in my playthrough. I guess I'll pick its evolution. Ghost type. I really did like the ghost dog. I forget its name. I thought Gimmighoul was kind of cool with like the coin situation. Like I said, the tumbleweed thing was cool, but I overall think I like the dog. It kind of reminded me of Litwick. Its evolution is cool, how it has like the tombstone. But the one with the flame, like Litwick, I think is cuter, so I'm gonna pick it. Dragon type. Like I said, I did use this one a lot in my playthrough, but I'm gonna have to go with Scarlet Poster Child. Dark type. Ooh, oh yeah, one of the reasons I liked my starter evolution is because it was part dark type. I forgot about that. So yeah, definitely picking her again. Gosh, all these Pokemon are so unmemorable. Oh my gosh, we're at Steel types, and this is where Tinkatuff comes in. I love Tinkatuff. I think its final evolution is Tinkaton. Love it with the giant hammer and stuff. It's so freaking cute. I love her. Definitely my favorite Pokemon of the entire generation. We already know that. I don't even have to think about it. That's gonna be her. Probably the same thing for the fairy type. Actually, no, I really liked the pretzel dog. That was really cute. I thought that was a cool concept. How it starts out as like pretzel dough and then it's a fully cooked pretzel. So I'm probably gonna pick that for fairy. Favorite starter, definitely Spirigato. I just do not like Fuecoco and whatever the Quacklin or whatever it is. Spirigato is the only one that's even decently cute to me. And yes, I do pick my starters based on cuteness, but her final evolution is actually really great too. Favorite gimmick form. I didn't really have a favorite, honestly, but out of all of these, Wiglet's kind of funny with the memes that have been going around ever since the Wiglet plush came out. But probably the Wooper would be my favorite. No, Tauros. Probably this Tauros, like the one with the red. Favorite legendary. I haven't even done much with the legendaries yet. I haven't even got the DLCs. Like, something about Scarlet and Violet just lost my interest a little bit, so I never bought the DLCs and like went deep into learning all the different Pokemon, so you can probably obviously tell. So I don't even recognize a lot of these forms. Like, I didn't know Suicune and Raikou and all that had different forms in this game. So I'm just gonna have to go with the one that I know, and it's the same one that's been in like 3 spots. I just thought it was cool that we got to ride this Pokemon around as like a bike and whatever. I thought that was cool. And last but not least, my favorite Pokemon of the entire generation is hands down Tinkaton. There is no competition. It's almost the ghost dog. I'm so sad I don't remember its name, but Tinkaton has my heart. So now we're down to the nitty gritty. This is favorite Pokemon ever in the normal category. So this is all of my favorite normals, and I have to pick the one out of this I like the most. I'm gonna try to go off the top of my head, like the one that stands out to me, like the moment I look at the picture. So right here, when I'm looking at it, man, I don't like normal Pokemon that much because none of these are one of my favorite Pokemon, except maybe Beware and maybe Eevee. But I think Eevee hands down has my heart. It's like, it should be the Pokemon poster child just because it's so cute. Favorite fire type ever? Oh, it's Chandelure. Oh, when I see that, all those together, absolutely Chandelure. Favorite water type? This is really hard. It might be Milotic or Gyarados. Those are the two that stand out to me the most. I'm gonna say Gyarados, but shiny Gyarados. Grass type? Trevenant stands out a lot to me. It's between Venusaur and Trevenant, but Trevenant was my first thought, and look at its shiny. It's so cool. It's like white and orange. It like has the orange fall leaves color. Love that. It's like the autumn version of Trevenant. Favorite electric type ever? Oh, Luxray was the first thing I thought of, and my eyes went straight to it. Zapdos and Raikou are very close contenders, but it's Luxray. Let's make Luxray shiny too. It has a pretty good shiny. It's like gold and black, which is awesome. Ice type. Ooh, it's Lapras. It's Lapras. It could be Frostlass. She's so close, but it's Lapras, and the shiny Lapras. Favorite fighting type of all time? It might be Beware. It's between Machamp and Beware. Beware was the first thing I thought of. Poison type. I don't feel like I should count Gengar in this just because Gengar is my favorite ghost type ever. You know what I mean? I feel like poison should be something else. But actually looking at these, it has to be Gengar. Regular Gengar, but Mega Gengar can count in that too. Ground type. My favorite ground type ever? It might be Groudon or Garchomp. Definitely between those two. I think I'm gonna pick Groudon. I am just like a Pokemon Emerald girly at heart. Pokemon Emerald is my all-time favorite Pokemon game, so pretty much anything from Hoenn I just love. Favorite flying type? Ooh, it could be Farfetch'd, because I don't really see Salamence as a flying type. I see it as more of a dragon. Yeah, all the other ones don't even compare to Farfetch'd. That's like the OG, one of my favorites since childhood. Psychic type. Ooh, this is hard because there's a lot of really good psychics. Just from looking at this, I kind of want to say Lugia. I feel like Pokemon designs were so just thought out back when they made Lugia. Favorite bug type. I'm not really a bug type person. Looking at this, I would probably have to say, you know, Frostmoth is one of the first bug types I ever really liked, honestly. But I think I'm gonna have to go with Butterfree. That's another classic favorite. Rock type. Ooh, the first thing I thought of was Tyranitar. I really like Gigalith though. That one gives Tyranitar a little bit of a run for its money. But Lycanroc is cool too. But Tyranitar is dark and rock, and I just think that's so cool together. Ghost type, my favorite ghost type. It's most definitely Gengar, but I think my second favorite is super close, is Mimikyu. I just love Mimikyu. It stole my heart from day one, but I think my favorite ghost will always be Gengar. Favorite dragon, Rayquaza, hands down. I don't even have to think about it. My favorite dark type? Oh, it might be Grimmsnarl. I really do like Absol and Umbreon. Oh, but it has to be Grimmsnarl, 100%. Steel type. The first thing I thought of was Steelix. Tinkaton is almost my new favorite, and Aegislash is really cool, but Steelix is just badass. Fairy type. It'd be kind of weird to say Sylveon, but I think it actually has to be Sylveon. She was the first, and she's still kind of the best. I like a lot of these other ones. Oh man, but Gardevoir is right there. But honestly, I still like Sylveon more than Gardevoir. Favorite starter ever? Oh, it might be Rowlet. Oh, that's really hard. I really do like Froakie a lot and Bulbasaur, but I think Rowlet might be my all-time favorite. Favorite gimmick form ever? It's between Mega Gengar and G-Max Gengar for sure. I'm gonna have to go with G-Max Gengar. Actually, I thought I would choose Mega, but let's make it shiny. That is very important because the shiny is so cool. Oh, that is awesome. It even has like black eyes now. Love that. Favorite legendary of all time? Oh my gosh, Mewtwo is like the classic original legendary guy. But it might be Giratina actually. I think Giratina is my favorite legendary Pokemon of all time. It's Ghost, it's Dragon, it looks awesome, it has an awesome origin story and lore and a way that you discover it in the game. It just has the full package. Now we have to pick my favorite Pokemon of all time. This is the spot, like my absolute favorite Pokemon of all time. I would almost pick Gmax Gengar, but I feel like the classic, you just can't beat the classic, you know? So it absolutely has to be Gengar. That's just my guy. So I picked my ultimate team of Pokemon. This may not be the best team to use statistically or something, I don't know. But I think this is the team that I would use. Maybe I shouldn't have 2 ghost types on it, but I don't care. So that's all I have for this video. I'm gonna leave a link in the description down below where you can make your own list and figure out what your favorite Pokemon of all time are. But I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching. Since we don't have a sponsor in today's video, consider joining my Patreon to support the channel. And thank you so much to everyone that joined already. It really does help me keep going. I really want to get back into making videos on this channel again, so thank you so much for that. And like I said, thank you for watching this video. Make sure you hit the like button if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you're new to the channel to join my Gengar gang, and I will see y'all in the next video. Bye!